And on one hand, La Paz, are you getting so much business that
I've never heard of the place, so of course I've never been to the Mexican Riviera. So
it's the first time I've been there? Um, yeah, and it was what? Yeah. Then they
okay,
pull this whole. Well, I'm using up all my podcast material, but
yeah,
are you?
let's do the entrance real quick. The cold opening.
All right.
Welcome to Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, where we talk about anything and everything cruise related. Today it's just me, Thomas Kennedy, and Jennifer Roll, who is right there on the other side of me. I'm pointing the wrong direction, you know. So because the other two, Gary and Trevor, are on a romantic cruise to the Caribbean.
The
So
Dudes Cruise.
soon they'll be making a no, that's not too yeah. Anyway, how have you been there?
I've been great. Just
You've been great.
life has been lifing, but you know what? I just hold on. And I've been looking
You,
forward to this all week.
well, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna do one because I wasn't sure if you wanted to do it or not. So I was like, do I do it solo? And then I posted in our chat, do you want to do it? And you
I'm
said, yeah,
all
I
in.
sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm being all in's kind of pricey though. I don't. I might go like a couple dollars in.
We
So,
can't let Trevor and Gary have all the fun.
no, and I think I'm the lucky one because I'm spending time with a gorgeous woman on the other side. Granted, she's married, but uh,
Ah,
you got that. But they're celebrating with themselves.
you
That's
know,
once again, that bromance that they got going on.
it's an epic bromance, and I can't wait to hear all about it. We may have to do an extended episode next week.
Yeah, because
To,
of the whole, telling the story of, you know, New Orleans and stuff like that, which Trevor, his pictures so far have been food, sadness, and just trying to piss me off because he's saying the wrong places for the teams in the Super Bowl this past weekend.
that was a bit much. He was definitely antagonizing you, and you may be entitled to compensation.
Well, my lawyer said no because I signed up for it 30 years ago when I became his friend.
Oh my gosh, you guys go that far back.
Almost close. It's about 27. We met in 2001.
Okay.
So, like 20, 25, 26 years, something like that. I don't remember. 24? Somewhere in the 20s, high 20s, mid
In the
20s.
high 20s, like the temperature.
He, right now, yeah. So, anywho, what do we got today? We got free, but a previously free shuttle service that's now paid for. You have to pay for.
Oh, there is a
Um,
shuttle scandal happening. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I found this on Cruise Hive, which I've never been here. It's in La Paz, something like that, in the French Riviera, or in the Mexican Riviera, not the French Riviera. That's on the other side of the world. But I guess the people on the panorama were surprised that they had to pay, you know, how much as much as they did was like $10 for 13 and older, and then $8 for 12 to 6, and then I guess 5 and younger are free. So, but they were shocked that they had to pay this.
Yeah, and La Paz, for folks that haven't been there, I'd only gone for the first time on my last sailing. It's not one of those ports where the ship pulls up and you jump out and there's all this stuff happening. It's a pretty remote. It's about a 20-minute bus ride to the city center, where then there's lots of shopping. There's a beautiful museum, lots of great places to eat, but you can't get there except by taxi or by shuttle. And we had the same experience. People historically been able to take that shuttle for free. And it was pretty shocking to find out you had to buy tickets. And we got caught up in a little bit of right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. The
Mhm.
people on the ground said kids ride for free. The bus driver said, no, they don't. So sounds like La Paz has made some changes and it hasn't been well communicated with the cruise lines.
We'll see, like, Montego Bay in Jamaica, they, that they're good 20, 30 minutes into town to find anything. Um, so you have to pay for a hop on, hop off, or taxi. So I mean, and then Freeport, is the same way. There's nothing around that, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to pay for transportation from there. So this is the first I've ever heard of a transportation from the port in the town that's never cost anything. That was free. I mean, that's just really news to me.
Yeah, it was news to me as well, and um, wondering what that's marking kind of a shift in what we should be expecting from ports and
So,
what the cruise lines will
was this?
communicate.
Did you go there on your last cruise, or
Yeah, just last month. Hmm.
okay? So this isn't a real recent thing, because that was a couple of weeks ago that you went. Um,
Yeah, I don't think La Paz is a real busy cruise port. I don't know how frequently ships stop there.
okay. I don't know either, because it just says the panorama, and the guests on the panorama were shocked, which
Shocked.
shocked. It's
Uh,
shocking.
And we can't handle a $10 surprise.
Well, I mean, like, that's cheap considering the hop on, hop off. Last time I was in Montego Bay was like, what was it? Like $20 a person. Of course, that was all day, get on, get off anywhere you wanted. But so
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like in addition to the Panorama, Grand Princess and Zendam they're also scheduled to go to La Paz. I was on the Grand Princess when we went to La Paz. No word about whether or not a free shuttle will be provided to those passengers. Spoiler alert: if you're on the Grand Princess, no, you will not
yeah,
get a free shuttle.
we'll see. I don't remember. The other long port that I remember is Progresso, which I don't remember if we paid anything on that shuttle, because there you actually have to get on a shuttle to get just to the end of the pier. So
Yeah, and I did not know about Freeport that there really wasn't
yeah, I
anything there.
mean, there's a straw market there, but it's like an industrial port. So
Right. And so it's kind of a bummer because it was really I didn't plan to spend the day on the ship, but also
well,
I didn't do my research and I didn't know.
we'll see. We had to do some research first time we went, and that's how we found. First time we went to this pay beach, which was ungodly expensive, and then the second time we found Tony Macaroni's Conch Experience, which is this little beach bar that you buy something off their menu, and they'll give you access to their beach for as long as you want. So, and they overpour. I mean, I
Mm.
had two Bahama Mamas, and their bartender was looking like a hot mama. So
Well, any place that calls themselves a conch experience
oh,
sounds like a
they
winner
had
to me.
conch. They had fresh conch. I mean, Tony he was walking out of the water with fresh conch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Oh,
he
that's so cool.
and there's a whole pile. When we were there, there's a whole pile of shells that you could take one if you wanted it. So
Can you take it back on the ship?
um, as long as you don't tell them about it, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, they may say no. So just to make sure that you just stick it in your backpack and they won't know about it.
Oh, you've heard.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard because I didn't. Yeah, other people in my group they brought a shell home. So yeah,
I think I saw that on Reddit somewhere. I don't know. This
but I
crazy
know
internet.
I know one of my friends on another cruise brought some driftwood back from the beach, and he just um, didn't realize that there were bugs in that driftwood. It ended up like infesting his bathroom sink.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oops.
So, but I was like,
Oops.
that's not good. But
That's
yeah, I
not
know
good.
you're not supposed to bring some stuff home, but yeah,
No. But some people take the gamble.
they do.
They do.
Well,
And speaking of gambling,
oh, that was a
oh,
nice little
yeah.
transition.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, listeners, all four of you, I am
I
not.
think there's five because
Oh, there's
I
five.
talked to one of my cardiac rehab people, told him about it, and he's like, I want to listen because I want to know if I want to go on a cruise or not.
Oh, well, I mean, well, then
Yeah.
this is news he can use.
Yeah.
I'm not really a gambler. I will jump in on slot pulls with my cruise
Hmm.
groups, but it's not something I'm super like I don't really know how everything else in there works. But people talk all the time about how they're getting free cruises, how they're getting free meals, all sorts of great stuff comped. And Thomas, you actually do get stuff comped. So I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about how that works.
Well, technically, my mother gets stuff comped. I
Oh,
just reap the benefits.
well,
Um,
that's good enough for me.
yeah. Well, see, earlier you were, want to know, what all the myths were and stuff like that. I don't know what all the myths are, but I do know that, yes, depending on your play is what, depending on how much you'll get comped or what you'll get comped. But in order to get comps, you want to make sure the first day you go and introduce yourself to one of the casino hosts because that way they know that you're going to be playing and they know that you're going to, if you tell them that you're going to be in there quite often, they're going to
Mhm.
come check on you. Okay. Um,
Okay.
Now, if you're playing the slots, that's about the easiest way to keep track of how many points you earn because um, it goes by how much you actually spend instead of your play by hour. Um, it's like I want to say it's about $3 for a point, and once you hit 1,500 points on a 7 day or longer cruise, you do get your free drinks in the casino. Um, and then below I think the lesser ones is like 2,000 points. The or not or don't quote me on on anything less than 7 days because I haven't been on one since my first cruise, so I haven't looked that up.
Okay.
Um, but uh, if you're a table person, it is based off of how much money you spend in your win loss record in the course of an hour. So it depends. That'll be how many points you get. So it is easier to gain points and keep track of your points by playing slots because you can go hours and only get like 100 points depending on how much you actually spent on the
Mhm.
tables. You can just keep pouring in money and before like the last cruise that I went on, I ended up with like 1,300 points, but my mother is the one who gets all the comps. She's the one who I get free cruises, yes, but it's not as good as my mother's. My mother's just like, a $50 balcony room with uh, $250 uh, in room credit plus like $1,000 in free play at the casino. And then she'll be playing and playing, and then they'll give her, either a certain amount of money to spend at one of the premium dining experiences. Like the last time we got like, what was it, $50 at the Bonsai Sushi,
Mm-hmm.
and we've gotten a couple steak dinners. We've gotten Rudy's on the celebration. Of course, we got $100 bottle of champagne at which was actual champagne. It was actually from France, Champagne, France. Um, on our last cruise in the Kachina. So we went to the Kachina for our a free meal that day because it wasn't a comp meal. It was just the regular go in there because it's the inaugural year, you get to eat there for free. So we went there.
Nice. Uh-huh.
They gave us $100 to spend on a bottle of wine, which I ended up taking home because my mother doesn't drink. I didn't feel like popping the cork on the champagne because don't want to have to drink an entire bottle of champagne by myself.
No, you
So
don't want to do that.
no, so I actually ended up opening it on New Year's Eve. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, me and my friends open it and drink it. So,
Oh,
but
that's great. So, you go in, you introduce yourself to the manager, you say, "I'm going to be here," and you say like, "I'm going to be playing slots," or
yeah,
okay, so you say like,
I'm usually a slot player. Just introduce yourself to the casino host, which they
mhm.
have a stand there. It's easier to find on the XL class ships because it's like right in the center and it says it's this desk that's all brightly lit and stuff. It's kind of hard to find them on the other ships, though. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, on the XL ships, they're really easy to find. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you can get, it just depends on the amount of play. And, I've never, had a lot of, but my mother's been offered like the elite cruises where they, they'll pay for either, parking for a week or your travel to and from the airport.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
you'll get all the benefits of platinum plus a party, two parties, a free gift, plus the platinum gift, plus all sorts of stuff. They get their own cocktail hour and their own private lunch, but we've never done those. I don't know why. We haven't, but she qualifies for them a lot. So
Wow. Mama Kennedy is a high roller.
yes, she is.
Good
So
for her. What's her game?
slots.
Slots. All right, I've
Yeah.
got a dumb slots question.
Okay.
Because I see people, they set up camp, like they're there.
Mm-hmm.
What if you have to go to the bathroom?
You can ask you can hit your service button, and one of the people, either waitress or one of the casino workers, will come and stand next to it and save it for you.
Okay, because I would be spitting mad if someone swooped in and like got my machine.
Yeah. I mean, there are people who, go there with their friends and they'll tip the chair up, kind of like
Hmm.
saving, which really kind of that kind of upsets a lot of people because there's it looks like you're playing two games, and not letting anyone else play,
Hmm.
which most of the time the casino's completely full, and that's kind of rude.
Right.
So I mean, just try to be considerate of others. So because I mean, this isn't a Vegas casino where there's you know, over 10,000 machines. We're talking like maybe 2-3,000 machines at the most, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So but
All right. Well, thank you. I learned something today.
well,
I'm gonna check it out next time I cruise.
you
I'm gonna save up some
should.
pennies and spend some time, what's left of pennies, and spend some time on the
The,
slots.
I mean, it's good to the casino. Yeah, you waste a lot of money, but it also blows a lot of time on your downtimes because a lot of people who haven't been on a cruise don't realize how much downtime you actually have. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, if you can't find a show you want to see or something like that, there's always the casino. And if you're over 21, awesome. If you're under 21, I'm sorry, but you cannot gamble.
But you can go to the arcade and
Oh
lose
yeah,
money that way.
exactly. Um,
That's the training wheels of gambling.
it is, but I kind of like arcades better than than the casino. If I had a choice between the arcade and the casino, I'd pick the casino all day, every day. But you don't earn points to get free cruises through the arcade.
You
So,
sure don't. You
you
sure don't.
know,
I would have one by now.
I mean, do you know how many hours I spent playing this one game? Because it was, a shooting game. I kept getting close to this next level, and then I would die, and then I was like, "Crap!" Swipe the card, and you know. But
Mm-hmm.
there was also this one. I think it was on the first cruise on the Ecstasy. There was a flight simulator where it like locked you into like an egg cockpit type thing,
Oh.
and and it like spun around. If you like did a barrel roll, it did a barrel roll, and it followed your every move. If you banked the plane, it would bank. And stuff like that. So it was really fun. Kind of it gave a definite warning about motion sickness. So yeah,
No.
you
No.
you do not want to play that game on. You did not want to play that game on a bad sea day.
No. I get motion sickness just from the VR games.
Oh, I haven't done one of those VR games yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Mm.
I see a lot of people playing them, but I have not played them yet, and I kind of want to get a one of those MetaQuest, but I haven't yet because my
Mm.
sister and brother-in-law they have one. They're trying to get me to get one. I'm like, can I get GTA on it? Because I don't want to buy a game system that I can't play GTA on. And if there was, do I get to do the motions?
That'll
Because
be a really immersive experience in
yeah,
GTA. I
that
don't know if that'd be great.
no, it wouldn't be. Because I mean, what if you ran over someone? I mean, would you like?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. No, thank you.
But yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
Well, thank you. Like I said, I have learned something today. This was a very educational
well,
podcast.
you're very welcome. And do you have anything else today? Any other questions or
Oh,
comments, concerns?
comments or concerns? I have
I
complaints. No, I
Yeah. Well, guys, we're kind of keeping this short and sweet this week because I'm doing the editing and I don't want to be, editing quite a long time. And with these guys gone, I, I get to eat at a decent time on recording day. So yeah. So with that being said, remember anything that happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
You are special, you are unique, and you are loved. And somewhere out there right now our two other besties are probably having a breakfast burrito right now.
Save the foosball table. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sweet.